Alright, we are back in the garage with the Porsche, which is just sitting up on stands because it's broken. If you saw last video, I cracked my oil pan. If not, go check it out up there. I don't have an oil pan yet, so I can't fix it. However, I don't have my tie rod end links made yet. That's the last piece of the front suspension that has not been fabricated. But I have some steel tubing, and then I have all of these guys. And I did make a tie rod, or a sway bar end link, but I'm not happy with it. And it's the wrong size, if I'm gonna be honest. So that one's going in the trash. I'll chalk it up as practice. Luckily, these were really cheap. These are 5/16, which is equal to 8 millimeters, which is what this factory bolt size was for the factory end link. So essentially, we're gonna chop these down to size, similar size to what that was, and then weld nuts onto the end of it. I got a left hand on one side and a right hand on the other. Green are the left hand ones. So that I can expand and shorten it, and then we'll paint it and we'll be done. Pretty darn simple. Let's get started because it's late and I am not trying to piss off my neighbors. Now these can be quite a bit shorter than the original ones because I have all these threads to work with. Now I'd like to minimize that for looks and I imagine strength, but I don't really think that matters. But I'd rather have the shank further into the bore as possible, but it's still going to be shorter than this guy is. So always remember, welding is all about preparation, so while it does take skill and everything, it's going to make it a million times easier if you prep your steel, prep your metal before you weld. Makes it come out a whole lot cleaner. Oh shit, girlfriend's gonna be pissed. Blue breaker. Alright boys, we're back in business. I'd like to talk to the dummy who designed this apartment and ran the circuit breaker for the garage on the same one as the bedroom. And it's low amp as well, so wherever you are, you suck. But we're gonna press on. So while we're waiting for these end links to cool, I'm gonna drain all the oil out of the Porsche and yank the pan off of it so that I can sort of see better what the damage looks like, especially from the inside of the pan. I may end up just modifying this pan instead of buying a new one, shortening it and shortening the pickup and everything. So I'm gonna pull it off so I can see if that's even a possibility, and then I can go buy some steel. And I'm rambling now, so I should probably just go work on the car. Ugh, that was really tight. Also, I should probably get a drain pan. I just thought this was funny. Last video, the award of best comment goes to some guy that said, "That's what you get for Subi swapping a Porsche." And to that, I'm just thinking it's really funny that I have some random old guy that watches my videos and he's pissed off that I put a Subaru motor in this giant hunk of junk. Makes me happy to be pissing off grumpy old guys, so thank you, whoever you are. You deserve a cookie. Alright, oil pan is out, as you see. So now we can sort of do a little bit of damage assessment without having to lay underneath the car. You can see, some people asked how it cracked because it's like a stamped sheet metal pan or whatever. But like I said, it's not so much a crack, but like a, I guess it's sort of a crack. Pretty much it busted it in and it thinned it out, and then I must have hit it to where it broke a seam pretty much. This is like there's like a crack there. I don't really know how much better I can explain it, but that's what it is. It goes like from here to here. I think it was really only dripping from like right here, but you can see I've got all this silicone on it. I already pulled a chunk off over where it was actually leaking, but yeah, I'm gonna clean this silicone off and clean up the pan a bit, let it drain completely, and then we can really see. Oh, actually, there we go, there's a big chunk. Then we can really see what's going on with it. And if I can continue to run this pan with some light modifications. It's just draining. Honestly, it looks like what I'm gonna do because it scraped quite bad. However, you can see like where it was scraping. This is the front of the pan, so obviously that's scraping up, but this side of the pan was a little bit lower. So I think if I took 1 inch or 1.5 inches off this pan, I wouldn't have any scraping issues anymore. And then if I do the bottom of the pan in some pretty thick plate rather than thin sheet metal, then I really won't have any problems. So I'm gonna do that another time because it's late and I don't wanna be cutting, and in order to like do a precise cut on this big of a thing, it's gonna take forever. It's gonna be super loud. It's gonna piss off a lot of people. But these are cool, and I've got them set up in this perfect little position to where I can paint them. So I'm gonna throw some paint on them, and then they will be ready to be installed pretty much tomorrow as soon as they're dry. Those are looking quite nice and simple. So I'm just gonna leave them there to dry overnight, and I'll throw them on whenever I get back to working on the car. So that's gonna end the video off today. I just got a couple of little things done, but I figured I'd film it and upload it rather than take forever. You know, I've been working a bunch, and then when I get home, I don't really want to work on this thing. I mean, I do, but it's also a matter of like parts and stuff. So, you know, I'm still adjusting to the whole new job and everything. So bear with me for now. Hopefully I can get into a better schedule of uploading more often soon. But thank you guys that have stuck around. Make sure to throw a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the video. And a like on the video. Unless you didn't like it, then hit the dislike button. But definitely don't do that. And subscribe for more. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.